Greetings to everybody. In this video clipping, we will learn the concept of weighted average cost of capital, which is part of topic cost of capital in financial management. In this chapter, we have to learn to calculate cost of equity, cost of debentures, cost of preference shares, and overall cost of capital. This overall cost of capital is nothing but weighted average cost of capital, also called as composite cost of capital. In this example, this company has got total capital of 20 lakhs, and to raise 20 lakhs, equity is 8 lakhs, debenture is 4 lakhs, preference capital is 6 lakhs, and retained earnings is 2 lakhs. That makes total capital of 20 lakhs. And we have assumed for learning the after tax cost for each source of fund. So the after tax cost for debenture is 7%, the cost of equity is 16% dividend, the preference capital dividend is 14%, and the cost of retained earnings is 13%. Now, to find weighted average cost of capital, we will first consider total capital as 100. So let's find the proportion of equity, debenture, preference and retained capital. So 8 lakhs out of 20 lakhs. So 8 out of 20 will make it 40%. 4 out of 20 will make it 20%. 6 out of 20 will make it 30%. And 2 out of 20 will give us 10%. Which means out of 100% capital, 40% comes from equity, 20% from debt, debenture, 30% comes from preference capital, and the last 10% comes from retained earnings. Now, we will have to pay 16% cost on 40, 7% cost on 20, 14% cost on 30, 13% cost on 10. So 16% of 40 is 6.4, 7% of 20 is 1.4, 14% of 30, 4.2, and 13% of 10 is 1.3. So everybody, the first column speaks about the source from where funds have been raised. The second column speaks about the amount raised from each source. The third column is the cost of funds, to be very precise, after tax cost of funds, especially for debentures. The fourth column speaks about the proportion, the weight. So proportion of equity in total capital, proportion of debenture in total capital, proportion of preference and retained in total capital. So you find the proportion of each source of fund, and now finally you find the weighted average cost of capital. So 6.4, 1.4, 4.2, 1.3. Once you sum it, we get it as 13.3%. Now this is the method to calculate. But what is weighted average cost of capital? Let us learn the concept. What is the total capital that the company is raising? The total capital that it is raising is 20 lakhs. So here I have kept the denominator as total capital raised, which is 20 lakhs. And the numerator will be, to raise this 20 lakhs capital, what is the cost the company is going to pay? So everybody, to raise 8 lakhs of equity, the cost to company is 16%. So 16% of 8 lakhs will work out to 1,28,000. I repeat, 16% of 8 lakhs will work out to 1,28,000 rupees. To raise debenture of 4 lakhs, you need to pay 7% cost. So 7% of 4 lakhs is 28,000 that you will pay. Similarly, to raise 6 lakhs, we will have to pay 14% cost. So 14% of 6 lakhs works out to 84,000. And finally, to raise 2 lakhs, or for this 2 lakhs of retained earnings, the company is paying 13% cost. 13% of 2 lakhs works out to 26,000. Which means to raise total capital of 2 lakhs, the company is paying 1,28,000 as equity dividend, 28,000 as interest, right? 84,000 is cost of preference capital and 26,000 is cost of retained earnings. which sums up to total 2,66,000 is your total cost to raise funds. Meaning, to raise 20 lakh rupees, you spend, or the cost that you pay is 2,66,000 rupees. So how much percentage does it work to? 2,66,000 divided by 20 lakhs, percentage is nothing but 13.3. This 13.3 is same as what we have calculated over here, weighted average cost of capital. Means what? This means when you are raising funds from different sources, on those funds you need to pay 13.3% cost. Now the funds that you have raised, this company is going to use for the business purpose. It means जो भी पैसा रेज किया है उसमें अगर 13.3% द कंपनी हैज टू पे. नाउ दिस फंड जब वो कहीं बिजनेस में इन्वेस्ट करने वाला है, दिस बिजनेस शुड गिव अ रिटर्न ऑफ एटलीस्ट 13.3%. I mean, when the company is investing 20 lakhs, to raise this 20 lakhs, it is paying 13.3% cost, which means wherever this 20 lakh is to be invested in the business, that investment should give a minimum of 13.3% returns, so that you are able to return at least the cost incurred to raise the capital. That is why we can define weighted average cost of capital as the minimum required rate of return the company should earn, so that it is at least able to repay the cost of capital. I repeat, this is the minimum rate of return the company should earn on its capital, so that it is able to repay, it is able to pay the cost incurred to raise the funds. If the actual returns are higher than the WACC, well and good. However, if the actual returns are less than weighted average cost of capital, it means that the company does not have sufficient returns even to pay the cost that it has incurred to raise the funds. That is why we learn the topic called as weighted average cost of capital. Further, in this chapter, we have cost of equity, we have cost of debentures, we have cost of preference capital to be calculated. All these becomes part of the chapter cost of capital. In this video, we restrict ourselves to the concept of weighted average cost of capital. Further, to learn the chapter, please contact me. 99670 is my contact number. You can call me for the online private coaching and we can take the chapter ahead. Thank you very much.